Thank you for joining us. Please rise and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year to you all and to everybody at home. We hope everybody had a great, very long break. And we're back and ready to go. So we're going to begin this evening with Dr. Kapoor's administrative report, and we are looking forward to the curriculum presentations.
Happy New Year to everyone. We have really a wonderful array of presentations tonight. We're going to start with the elementary curriculum presentation, and presenting will be the Harbor team of Ms. Jen Pasulka, Ms. Tara Savage, our Manor team of Ms. Joanne Crudis, and Mr. Rich Swartz. Good. Come on up.
Hello everyone, Happy New Year. So welcome, we're excited to present our elementary curriculum presentation tonight. I'm Jen Pasulka, the proud principal of the Harbor School, with a wonderful elementary team here, Ms. Joanne Crudis, Ms. Tara Savage, and Mr. Schwartz. So thank you so much. We want to start by thanking our Board of Education for always supporting our great ideas, our different enhancements, sometimes our kooky ideas, but thank you, and you support them. And thank you to Dr. Kapoor and her administrative team as well for always being there as a support, so thank you so much. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so our kindergarten through 5th grade mathematics core curriculum. Our current math program is Go Math and approaches math fluency and problem solving in an engaging and interactive way. In addition to our math program, teachers are using their NWEA data to inform their small groups and to target very specific skills for each student. We're excited that this year we are using Magma Math, which is a supplemental program that supports our teachers as they look to build in enrichment and support opportunities for our students. So it's very cool. We actually have a heat map for every school so the teachers can see if they can be a little extra spicy or if they need to be a little more mild to approach a specific skill. So we're excited for this new addition to our math support. We do have a math committee who's currently exploring a new program for next year that continues to encourage mathematical mindsets, so stay tuned. I keep looking at these TVs, so that's why if I'm looking all over, they are beautiful, so that's where I'm looking. In English language arts, in our primary grades, our teachers have dedicated blocks of instruction focused on phonics and phonemic awareness using Foundations and Heritage programs. These interactive programs get our students moving and participating in their learning. And Haggerty is quickly becoming the most fun part of the day. So you'd be hard-pressed not to walk into a kindergarten classroom, a 1st grade classroom, a 2nd grade classroom, and they do not let you forget when it's Haggerty time, and we're having lots of fun. So we're snowshoe, remove shoe, we're all jumping into Haggerty. In our advancing literacy units of study, we continue to enhance our Seaford Scholars reading and writing skills through the units of study. These units enhance student experience by teaching them the skills needed to write like a real-world journalist, or lead them through an in-depth research project that is linked to their individual interests. We love reading their amazing pieces during our writing celebrations, and we are always intrigued by what they come up with. Today I got to learn about pancakes, so that was really interesting in 2nd grade today. So without further ado, Ms. Joanne Crudis, proud Manor School principal.
Welcome everyone. So on the next slide, I'm going to be speaking about our social studies program, actually curriculum. We're using 2 different programs, one for K-2, one for 3 to 5. In K-2, we are using the PNW BOCES program that emphasizes foundational concepts such as community, citizenship, rules, laws, and geography. helping young learners understand their roles within society and their immediate environment. For grades 3 to 5, the curriculum transitions to a more global and historical perspective through Nassau BOCES, covering topics such as geography, Latin America, Africa, Asia, and the history and government of New York State. It culminates with European exploration of the Western Hemisphere. If you see some of our pictures, these are the students that are, at this point during the lessons, they're collaborating together and using some types of discussion pieces and protocols so that they're now taking what they're learning and they're working together to make it more hands-on and real life. In our next slide, which is our science curriculum. Our science curriculum showcases two primary resources. One is the FOSS kits and then we have mystery science. These programs are designed to foster inquiry-based learning and encourage students to ask and answer questions through hands-on experimentation. The 5E instructional model, engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate, guides the learning process, ensuring deep understanding and application of scientific concepts. Something that Ms. Basolka had mentioned earlier about our block schedule, one of the big pieces this year that we incorporated for the block schedule is to ensure that our science and social studies subjects are taking place, because we're learning that through the science of reading, vocabulary is one of the pillars that increases student comprehension. And where can we build vocabulary? Definitely through our science and social studies curriculum. So it's been a big piece of our initiatives for this school year. And I will now pass this on to Ms. Tara Savage.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Tara Savage and I am the proud assistant principal at the Seaford Harbor School. And tonight I'm going to start off discussing some amazing STEAM and coding opportunities that are provided for our elementary children. Excuse me. Both the Manor and the Harbor are fortunate to have Mr. Filer come to their classes on a bi-weekly basis to participate in coding lessons to give everyone a chance to explore computer programming and debugging, utilizing programs such as Code.org and Scratch Junior, depending on their grade level. In addition, both elementary schools have very popular STEAM clubs for grades K through 5. During these after-school experiences, young innovators have the opportunity to conduct experiments, build amazing creations, all while utilizing problem-solving skills and effective communication. Each year, both the Harbor and the Manor organize STEAM nights, where students can come with their families to participate in hands-on, engaging activities that spark curiosity and encourage teamwork. Next, I'm going to discuss how students and teachers at the elementary level are effectively utilizing technology both in and out of the classroom. In grades K through 2, students have access to iPads in their classrooms, and in grades 3 through 5, they have access to laptop computers. These devices are used to enhance student learning and to provide them with a plethora of academic resources at their fingertips. Listed on this slide are just a handful of resources that are utilized by both students and teachers at the elementary level. Now I have the opportunity to discuss all of the wonderful things our elementary students are learning in their special area classes. In our classes, students are taught using process-based teaching, which allows them to work at their own pace and explore a variety of mediums. I think we can all agree that the masterpieces that our children come home with are remarkable, and there is so much talent here in Seaford. During music classes, students engage in singing and movement, integrate cultural traditional songs, and begin to learn about performance techniques, all while using a variety of instruments and digital platforms. In our physical education classes, students are able to participate in engaging physical activities, develop good sportsmanship, and learn about the importance of a healthy lifestyle. For students in grades 4 and 5, our elementary schools offer the opportunity for students to participate in both the chorus and/or the band. For band, students participate in weekly small group lessons, as well as full morning rehearsals to prepare for 2 concerts per year. Students who participate in chorus practice during the before-school sessions to work on their pitch and range and to harmonize with their fellow singers. Now I will pass it over to my colleague, Mr. Schwartz, from the Seaford Manor School.
Also very proud. Assistant principal of Seaford Elementary School. So the fifth special area is LIFT. I get the privilege of talking about LIFT. Our LIFT program is a trailblazing approach to educating our students, standing for Library, Innovation, Fitness, and Technology. This interdisciplinary program emerges students in research, project-based learning, wellness, and technology, fostering a foundation for lifelong growth and curiosity. Each component of LIFT plays a vital role. Library encourages critical thinking and a love of reading. Innovation taps into students' natural curiosity through Project Lead the Way, blending discovery and play with real-world learning. Fitness connects mind and body through activities that promote mindfulness and wellness, and technology immerses students in STEAM challenges, building problem-solving and critical thinking skills. This year, students have also had the chance to explore these lessons in our beautiful, newly renovated libraries across both of our buildings, enhancing their learning environment. Our LIFT program is brought to life by an incredible team. Mrs. Rosenberg, our librarian, Mrs. Kukla, a gifted and talented teacher, and Mr. Maricondo, a physical education teacher. Their collaboration creates meaningful opportunities for every student to thrive. Student support services. Our next slide highlights the extensive student support services we provide at the elementary level. We are proud to offer a wide range of services to address the physical, emotional, academic, and social needs of all of our students. Our team includes professionals such as physical and occupational therapists, speech therapists, E&L teachers, social workers, psychologists, an elementary access counselor who comes over from the middle school, a behavior consultant, and our dedicated school nurses. Together, this team works collaboratively to ensure that every student has the support they need to succeed and thrive in both of our schools. Seaford Scholars. This slide highlights the Seaford Scholars profile, which is made up of 10 key traits that embody what it means to be a Seaford Scholar. These traits are communicators, flexible, risk-takers, innovators, reflective, principled, mindful, networkers, humorous, and resilient. Together, these traits guide our students as they strive to grow academically, socially, and emotionally. The creation of the Seaford Scholars profile was built on important building blocks, including the Habits of Mind, Growth Mindset, the Ruler Program, Lions Quest, and our district's Portrait of a Graduate. These frameworks have provided the foundation for cultivating the skills and qualities we want to see in every one of our Seaford Scholars. This year, we've continued to bring the Seaford Scholar profiles to life by focusing on one trait each month. For each featured trait, students engage in thoughtfully designed lessons, read stories that highlight the trait in action, and participate in activities that deepen their understanding. Through these experiences, students not only learn about the traits, but also reflect on how they can embody them in their daily lives. This intentional focus helps make the Seaford Scholars profile a meaningful and integral part of our school cultures. I'd also like to highlight the elementary team for the Seaford Scholars. Their Seaford Scholars elementary team. They're that little building block in the middle there. Small but mighty, right. Their work has been essential to this initiative. They have not only helped develop the profile, but have also designed lessons and resources for all of our teachers and students, ensuring the successful implementation of this program throughout our school. So thank you to that elementary team. Very important, everything we've done for Seaford Scholars here. Ms. Jan Basson.
So I'm so excited to talk about the extracurricular adventures, because they truly are adventures for our students, because they get to explore different parts of their personality or just different things to see what makes them click and where they want to explore into their secondary experience. So here we have two groups highlighted here. So at the harbor, we have our safety patrol. Our safety patrol has become an extension of our team. So when we say safety patrol, take your post, they know where their post is, they have their badge on, and they're ready to go. We did have a kindergartner who tried to sneak in as one of the patrollers though, but she did a good job, so we let her stay at the post. So our safety patrollers, as you see, we have a huge group this year, and we're so happy to see those leaders truly grow in the building. They lead our kindergarten busters down to the bus, they watch them so that they're safe in the all-purpose room to make sure that they're prepared to get on the buses. They know who goes where. They really are such a phenomenal group there. At the harbor, we also have the Leaders of Tomorrow. This is the first year of this very exciting leadership group. It's a response to what a Seaford student really really grows towards. So something that we've noticed here in Seaford is our students are so connected to helping others and supporting one another. So Leaders of Tomorrow is a way to respond to that. So Leaders of Tomorrow is a fourth grade group of identified leaders in the building, and they do push in Seaford Scholars lessons into the kindergarten classes, and they're mini teachers of sorts. So this is a wonderful feeder program for the middle school TLC, Teen Leaders Care, into the high school program, the Building Leadership Team. So there's a trajectory of leadership in the district, which we find so important. At the Manor School, the Manor Morning News, as we were treated to at a previous board meeting, is phenomenal. So this is another opportunity for leadership in the district where students are able to research the news, find relevant news that should be shared with their peers, interview important people in the community, in the school community, and the external community, and it's just wonderful to see their voices, truly their voice, how they tap into what's important, what kids want to hear, and what their school community needs to hear, and we're excited to see that continue to grow as well. And the Student Council is also very robust here in their collections to help others, and once again, that speaks to a Seaford Scholar, which really is connected to service and helping their own community. And then our PTA partnership, our PTA friends in the audience, thank you so much for coming. So it's so important for us to be connected to our PTA and our parents, and we just love to see them in the building. They come in, they're smiling, they're ready to go, and they're ready to support us in anything that we have going on. Today we were planning for our literacy night. They were right there at the ready to support us to make this event as meaningful as possible, and we thank you so much for that. Most recently, our PTAs hosted the Winter Wonderland and the Snowflake Village, and they had such great offerings for our kiddos to shop for the important people in their lives. I bought a crumb vacuum for my husband, and he used it yesterday on his keyboard. So thank you. The kids told me, Mrs. Sucka, how did you afford it? It was $8. I made it work. So thank you so much. We're currently preparing for PARP, and that has been really fun because just sitting there, the ideas flowing, just thinking of different ideas to really engage the students in reading with their special person outside of school, it's really important to us. So we thank our PTA, and we can continue to nurture that relationship. And then I will lead it to Ms. Joanne Curtis to close us out for tonight.
Well, I have to say, being the newbie in the district, Seaford does community right. Everything that we have shown you thus far brings us to how do we connect this to bringing what we teach in the classrooms, in the school building, and bringing that out to our community. So one of the things that this slide is really speaking to are all the types of community events that we have our students participate in for many different reasons, such as our Thanksgiving food drive. The students were so happy to be bringing in food that was going right back to the community that they live in. Our holiday toy drive. I have never seen that many toys come in before in my entire life. I was like, this is awesome. Like, I maybe I can't even go shopping. I don't even know. We have our sock drive. We have the giving tree. And coming soon, we're going to have the St. Jude Mathathon. We had our hot chocolate run, which I had the opportunity to participate in. I didn't run. I don't run. But I was happy to give out the water. So you will see me there next year also. Maybe I'll run, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the water. So, and then we're going to be having our Valentine's for vets, for another opportunity for our students to give back through service and charity. Additionally, activities like the 9/11 Memorial Ceremony. You guys did a phenomenal job with that. It was so breathtaking to see a community come together. Again, I'm speaking from a new lens, so I can appreciate all of this. The hurricane relief and writing thank you letters to police officers and firefighters, that this instills a sense of gratitude and remembrance. Other connections such as the Takapusha connection and incoming kindergarten experiences, which is going to be starting soon. Can't wait to meet our new soon-to-be Vikings. Encouraging collaboration and continuing within the community. Together, these initiatives build a culture of care, service, and unity. So looking forward, we have currently started to look at new math curriculum for the next school year. So we have that in the works. We're continuing to look at and build our science curriculum, as well as beautifying our buildings. We have an MTSS RTI committee that we're looking at ways to improve what is already in place, our tiered instruction. Parent partnerships, we cannot do this without the parents, so we know how important that is, and also continuing to improve our professional development for our teachers throughout the district. And lastly, is staying connected. We have our Instagram pages, so if you want to keep up on the latest news with lots and lots of pictures, we get to show you all the things that are going on in our classrooms, in our school buildings, so please join if you haven't. Our Instagram handles are on this slide, as well as Parent Square that has been really well recepted, and we have a lot of parents who are using it to communicate with their teachers and even with administration. So yes, thank you Justin and Dan for supporting all of us with this initiative this year, so we appreciate you also, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You all did an amazing job. Next, I'm going to ask Dr. Mori and Mr. Politi to come up and present the middle school curriculum.
I did not authorize handouts, Dr. Moore. Ours is memorable without a handout, but that's fine.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. I am Dr. Horning. This is Mr. Joseph Lee. You're the proud principals of Seaford Middle School. We will only say proud once, but in multitude, we can also have a lot of pride. We'd like to thank everyone here tonight because the plans and everything we do at the middle school takes a lot of support, and not only with the advice that you guys offer and the financial support and everything, but just the feedback that we get. The informal conversations is everything, from the board members to central office to our fellow administrators. We really, really appreciate you guys, so thank you to everyone. So we're here to talk about the amazing things that are happening at Seaford Middle School, and we'd like to tonight present through the lens of schools to watch. Seaford Middle School achieved a huge accolade last year, and part of the Schools to Watch initiative is that they don't only tell us what's really cool about us, they also provide meaningful feedback that can be actionable. And Schools to Watch is based upon a 3-year redesignation program. So in 3 years, the committee's back. They're there to see what we've done with their feedback so that there's continuous growth. So our presentation tonight is focused on that feedback. What did we do great? Because obviously we're going to highlight that. But also, what's the next step? How are we going to challenge ourselves, challenge our teachers, challenge our students to make sure that we're always pushing the envelope to be the best middle school on Long Island? So, what are we doing great? A lot of stuff. A lot of this is well known. A couple of things that the Schools to Watch committee were really impressed about were the class cup. The class cup was actually something pretty novel that they pointed out. So I do want to give a little shout out to Ms. Dole and Mr. Hayden, who have led this initiative for quite some time and doing a remarkable job. And it's something that really gets the kids excited. The theme days, the competitions, all that. The committee was really impressed. And one thing really to emphasize is that one of the pieces of feedback is that they were impressed that every student has a trusted adult for support in the building, which is not something that every school can brag about, but Seaford Middle School can. Every one of our students knows their go-to person, whether it's a teacher, whether it's someone like a main office staff person. Everyone has a someone, which is a really amazing thing as a principal to hear, but also as a parent to hear, because I would want that for my daughters. So what's next for us? Like, how are we pushing ourselves to really be the best middle school on Long Island? The Schools to Watch committee said that, or made suggestions that we're going to dig into in the upcoming slides. So specifically, they provided feedback that we could continue to enhance our teaming and community spirit, kind of imagine what the focus of our team meetings are, introduce a split recess and lunch program, expand our Algebra 1 offerings, reimagine what data-based instructional strategies we're offering our teachers and providing feedback on, and then also evaluate our exploratory offerings. So we're going to be touching briefly on all of these things. But before we do that, we wanted to touch briefly on Seaford Scholars. So Seaford Scholars, the way we view it at the middle school, it truly is the glue that connects everything. Seaford Scholars, when you walk into the building, it's right there. It's our Seaford Scholar of the Month award plaques. You're going to see Seaford Scholars living in advisory lessons, in our curricular focus. Moving forward with redesignation, Seaford Scholar traits live in all the work that we do. So it will be front and center with redesignation, and it will be the backbone of really a lot of the work that we're doing moving forward. So teaming at Seaford Middle School. So many of you may have had a child recently come home covered in royal icing. Many of you may have had a child come home covered in paint and saying, we painted a picture of my principal's face and a pumpkin. Many of you have had a child come home on a sugar high because they ate a whole bunch of ice cream. That's teaming at Seaford Middle School. Last year we had 1 teaming event. This year we have 3 so far, and our goal is to have 6. So besides just being fun, which is something we want our kids to have at middle school, we want them to have fun experiences, we pitched teaming as an opportunity for our kids to have a family at school that they can connect with, they can care for, and they can have people beyond their immediate group of friends that they can rely on. Really emphasized, in fact, that when you get to high school, you're going to be expected to work with students that you don't know. So you have to build up this mentality of being open to teamwork with people maybe you're not comfortable with. And each one of these teaming activities is structured around that. So within teams, at each one of these programs, kids work with a new set of 4 kids each time. There's a conversation before the activity about what teamwork looks like. There's a conversation after the activity about how the teams work together as a team to conduct the task, and they have fun. So whereas Seaford Scholars with this, there's a lot of humor. The kids have to be resilient, particularly with the gingerbread house competition, because there was a lot of problems trying to support the tennis ball on top. Very challenging, it turns out. We actually had our PPS staff take about 30 minutes to just field test it, and 4 masters between them, it was pretty challenging. Our 6th graders did a much better job, honestly. But Seaford Scholars lives there. The kids are really working together. They're having fun, they're laughing, but they're learning really good concrete skills. So we look forward to 3 more activities by the end of this year and continuing to grow teaming opportunities at the middle school. So the next is our lunch and recess split programming. So this is something that we are incredibly excited for, and I do want to really thank Mr. Casal, because he was instrumental, and Mr. Costa, both were instrumental in making this really get off the ground for this year. So a big piece of feedback is to move away from a 42-minute lunch period and instead create a designated recess period. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it this year. In fact, our goal is to try to get this going by February. So now students will have lunch as a team. They will then go to recess as a team. So it's really emphasizing this is your family at Seaford Middle School. Now recess is going to be where you're going to find Mr. Cleavey most of the time. Now this guy gets really intense with table tennis. We will have air hockey tables. We'll have ping pong tables. We'll have foosball, knock hockey, basketball shooting games. We'll have board games. We'll have everything under the sun just for kids to play with. It's 20 minutes during the day when the kids are going to be with their friends, with their teams, having fun. In addition to that, if they want to go to the library, we're going to work on new library offerings. If they want to go to outside and play, feel free to. We're also looking for pop-up yoga classes taught by some of our teachers who are certified yoga instructors. Mr. Cleavey will also be there. Yeah, looking forward to that. So lunch and recess, it's a really fun upcoming opportunity, and again, it's where teaming is going to live in the building further. Before I move on, I do want to give a shout out to our teaming committee. So it's a lot of them, so I'll just go through it. So Ms. Bush, Mr. Hansen, Ms. Hickey, Ms. McChrystal, Ms. Milano, Ms. Oldmiller, Ms. Schultz, Ms. Spatafora, Ms. Spogus, Ms. Waterbury, Ms. Gilbert, Ms. Digney, Ms. Oliveri. That's a huge portion of our staff. We're just excited about teaming, and that really says something about how the staff is really excited about this as well. Some pictures, kids having fun. You're gonna see in the bottom left, one of the attempts at my face were a pumpkin. They were okay. A little bit of a shock for some of them, but they were fun. All right, so So another piece of feedback was the suggestion of reimagining what the work with our teams looks like. So Mr. Pleedy and I work with our teams each week. Our teachers have designated time every single day to meet with their teams. Mr. Pleedy and I, each week, will push into one of those team meetings, and we've created specific foci for these meetings. So out of a 4-week month, 2 of these meetings are instructionally based. One meeting is a lesson study that I conduct where we introduce novel pedagogical practices and we try them out, so the teachers are always being pushed to try something new. Mr. Pleedy meets once a month with each team to introduce different differentiation practices. So there's always an emphasis on instructional practices in our team meetings, and the teachers go out and they try these strategies and they come back with feedback about how they went. Another week each month is a focus on assessments. Right now we're rolling out the assessment calendars. The goal of this meeting beyond the assessment calendars is also to introduce the notion of data discussions. So each month the concept is not only planning assessments, but also talking about assessments. And then finally each month, once a month, our IST will push into team meetings to be a resource to the teachers. So IST is a huge structure within the building to address social emotional concerns and just kind of support the students. Each month our guidance counselors or social workers or psychologists go to the teachers, and they're just there as a resource to answer questions and to have a closer connection to the teachers so that the kids are constantly in everyone's minds and being discussed. And next up is Mr. Joseph Lee.
Good evening, guys. So at the middle school, we've been working hard to strengthen our teaching and learning practices through 2 key initiatives. That would be the instructional cabinet and the data-wise process. Both of these efforts were highlighted by the School to Watch site team, who were impressed by our approach and noted that these initiatives provided a clear roadmap for continued instructional success. So let's start with the data-wise process. This initiative has helped us use data more efficiently to guide instructional decisions. Last year, we started by building data literacy and creating opportunities for our teams to dig into student performance data together. This included training our 6 teacher teams, both ELA and math, on the data-wise process so they were able to hit the ground running in September. This year, all 6 teams have identified specific areas of focus using multiple points of data and developed time-driven action plans to address them. In your folders that you got at the beginning, I actually put an example of what this looks like so you guys can take a quick peek. So it's been exciting to work with these teams to see them dive into this process and set clear goals and have a strong sense of purpose with instructional practices. I want to recognize Jen Spoges, Shannon Digney, Lisa Jones, and Mike Burns for the dedication and leadership in making DataWise such a huge success this year. So the instructional cabinet. Last year, a committee was created and tasked with identifying instructional focus that would have the greatest impact on teaching and learning. We started by gathering data through staff surveys, analyzing observation data, and having targeted discussions with our department leaders. With this input, we determined that differentiation and instructional technology would be our focus, specifically looking at how we could further develop differentiation in the lens of content, process, and product to meet the diverse needs of our students. Once we had our focus, we built a professional learning plan that included monthly team meetings. These meetings would introduce differentiation strategies and how we would leverage our technology programs to meet expectations. We made sure everything that we gave them was applicable and ready to use in the classrooms. The team offered coaching and follow-up observations to help teachers feel comfortable trying new things. I also want to thank Tina Weir and Carly Spatafor for helping me get this off the ground last year. I also would like to mention that this Friday we're going to present at our middle school conference in a little bit more detail the instructional cabinet. So the team is very excited to be there and share what we've been doing. And as always, thank you guys for your support. Dr. Moore?
I do want to say that Mr. Pleedy is incredible with this. His math brain comes out when he talks data. There's a little bit of this like Rain Man type, I guess. But ultimately, he's a really good partner, and he's done an incredible job this year, and it's been really impressive to see what I've heard about last year manifest itself in the building. So I do want to thank him. You did a good job, Chad. Yeah, keep going. Thank you. So at the middle school, we're looking to increase the opportunities that stakeholders have to work alongside the teachers and the students. And we're doing this in a couple different realms. So the first is through a grading and assessment committee. So the goal, you can really just read off the TV. It's amazing. Okay. So the goal of the grading and assessment committee is to create a comprehensive approach to consistent and developmentally appropriate policies that all teachers practice and that all students and families understand. So we're looking to take away impediments, take away roadblocks with grading policies. syllabi. We're looking for a little bit more consistency, and that's a piece of work that we're doing through committee so that there's more buy-in. Another area that we're doing committee work with is our shared decision-making committee. So this year, we're kind of starting from scratch with our award policies and our award practices, and we're really linking it to Seaford Scholars. So the first way we approach this is with Seaford Scholars of the Month, which has been a great way to really gain more traction within the community with who we're acknowledging, with very specific criteria about how we're acknowledging that, our students. The shared decision-making committee will really extend that work to all awards. So we're going to be taking a look at all end of the year awards, awards throughout the year, and really have specific criteria for what do we celebrate and how do we make determinations of who we're celebrating and who we're recognizing. So SEL's core at the middle school, we really have a great opportunity to mold our students to become good citizens, good people, good students, and we have a really great staff to help us with this. So big shout out to Ms. Bush, Mr. Scalafari, Mr. Regalado, and Ms. Schroeder, who work tirelessly, constantly, to make sure our kids feel heard and supported. So we have a lot of really fun stuff happening, but of course, Lucy is the highlight. All of your kids have seen Lucy. All of your kids have gotten kisses from Lucy. Lucy visited today, and we had 50 different 7th graders interact with her. We have a very streamlined, great program, but every single visit, 40 to 50 kids have 10 minutes with a dog who just loves them. And it is incredible seeing them just on the ground, just interacting with her, and it's been a really great program. So we look forward to continuing that moving forward. So we have a number of wonderful curricular enhancements to share that we are very proud of. So computer science is very exciting. Every single 6th grade student takes a computer science class every other day, which is not normal for 6th grade, in fact. Like, that's a very rigorous computer science curriculum for 6th graders, as we've learned. The kids are here learning how to code. As you've seen at Board of Ed Appreciation, the kids are learning Python already, which is huge. So this is a program we look to continue to grow, not only in the rigor, but also in our offerings. So 7th graders are taking it quarterly. Our 8th graders learn how to integrate coding with their VEX robotics. So coding and computer science really has a home at the middle school right now. We're looking to expand Algebra 1. So Algebra 1 right now, students are placed into it based upon a number of different assessments that the students take at the end of 7th grade. But really, we're pushing the idea of accept and challenge. If you want to challenge yourself as a 7th grader going to 8th grade algebra, go for it. Like, challenge yourself, we will support you. Our teachers will support you. And we're excited to have the Project Legal Aid Algebra Enhancement Program as a curricular support for these kids as well. And finally, exploratories are going to get a little bit of like a facelift also. So the Schools to Watch feedback suggested that we reimagine what they look like, reimagine some of the exploratories. So we're in the process of considering what that looks like. And what we've landed on is that starting next year, exploratories will shift to quarterly offerings instead of semester-based offerings, with the idea being that the goal of an exploratory is to really expose students to what's out there, right? Different interests. At the end of the day, starting next year, kids will have the opportunity to have 8 different exploratories, should they wish that, in 1 year. And that's a huge thing for a kid to say, oh, I had a forensics, an art, a music, all these different things, to then prepare them for going to high school where they're gonna have all these different routes that they can take. So the exploratory is beyond just reimagining what is happening within them. We're also reimagining the structure to make it better for our kids. And that is it. And as always, go Vikings.
Great job. Thank you, Dr. Mori. Thank you, Mr. Politi. And next up, we have our high school team. So, Mr. Stable, Mr. Judson, and Mr. Mente.
One of our students relates all of us to a character from some sort of, I guess, cartoon, and his favorite show happens My Little Pony, and there's a character named Principal Celestia on My Little Pony. This is she, and the back of my shirt says Principal Celestia, and this was a birthday gift from our CDP program, so I'm very proud to wear it. I told them I would wear it this evening to present to the whole community, so here I am, Principal Celestia. Thank you, Christian. Okay. I can't make any sort of joke about not being the proud principal of Seaford High School, because what other word can I say other than proud, and how proud I am to really be the very proud principal of Seaford High School. This evening I am joined by my partners, Mr. Alex Mante and Ms. Melanie Judson. We're very excited to share with you an overview of all the points of pride of Seaford High School. And we thank you for all of your support always, of course. We are truly a school whose values are anchored in excellence. So here we go. First, we would like to begin by sharing our school's theme, which is surround each other with greatness. One of the greatest moments that I've had since becoming principal is when a teacher shared with us that when she enters Seaford High School every day, she feels as though she is surrounded by greatness. We truly feel that that sentiment represents and reflects the mission of Seaford High School every day. We ask every student to be their best self, and in return, we always promise to offer cutting-edge opportunities to all of our students so they can always achieve greatness, however it might look to them. This can be defined in many ways: academic, athletic, artistic, greatness in terms of character, etc. So to begin, we wanted to just take a very quick moment to share how proud we are of an award-winning faculty. We have an incredible faculty that teams together to help our students achieve greatness every day. Last year, so much, we had 3 of our educators be awarded outside of Seaford High School and Seaford schools for all their contributions to education: Mr. Kerr, Mr. O'Reilly, and Mr. Skordos. So we just wanted to commend our faculty for all of the hard work that they do, and we're so proud because so many of we've had a large amount of teachers retire over the past few years. So a pretty significant amount of our faculty is new, and we rely on our veteran teachers to be mentors and really help shape our faculty in the future of Seaford High School. So we want to thank them and all of their dedication. So this evening, we are going to outline our presentation in major categories of points of pride: the Seaford High School Scholar Experience, our curricular and program growth, life beyond the classroom at Seaford High School, wellness, system and supports, our professional and team development, safety and security, and our competitive campus. So first, we will start sharing a little bit about our Seaford Scholar, a day in the life of Seaford Scholar, and how we started the year. And I'm going to introduce Ms. Judson to kick off our conversation.
Good evening. So one of the things that we're really proud of this year is the Seaford Scholar Experience that we've created at the high school. And one of the highlights of that was our first day of school. So we piloted a first day program where students had a different schedule, where they were broken up into groups and were able to participate in different workshops that focused on different Seaford traits. And the students got to work together to solve different problems and collaborate in different topics. And going forward, we're looking to continue this tradition of that special first day of school focused on Seaford Scholars experiences, to reorient the students, the returning students each year, and also welcome our incoming 9th grade students through these different workshops. So some of the images you'll see are the students in their groups working on different challenges, exploring technology, and it was a fun day, and the feedback that we got from the students was really positive. We continue to develop exciting new opportunities for students through curriculum growth. So obviously we've talked about it pretty often, but our EMT and ETC experience classes give students opportunities that they don't have in other school districts. We also have our Project Lead the Way, now available in science and computer science courses. Our research program is growing. We have more students in those classes than ever before. Our career development program, our CDP program is growing, and there's incorporation of real-life skills that students are learning through things like working at the Viking Cove and the Farm to Table unit. We have an increase in students taking AP classes, and our students have more access to college level courses so that they graduate with college credits. I think the big thing is that the students at the high school have options. There's a class or something for every type of student, and we're really proud of that. Then you'll see some really cool pictures of our EMT students and our ETC students, our Best Buddies and CDP programs, our AP research program where we get to hear about the projects that they're doing. So there's something for all the students, and these again are things that aren't happening in every school district.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. So I want to take a little bit of time to just talk about all of our work with college and career planning. I've had a real privilege of an opportunity to work very closely with our guidance department this year. This is on wheels, in case anyone didn't know. And really increase my work with college representatives and other professionals in industries in order to enhance the availability of these resources to our students. And it's definitely been a learning process for me as I'm familiarizing myself more. And also it's been exciting for the students to be able to invite them to more events at the high school and give them more access to opportunities that once again are exclusive to Seaford High School students. So in addition to rebuilding and creating all new content for our guidance webpage and Instagram account, we have also enhanced our college and career planning series to include more events than ever before. One major focus this year, as you know, was our college boot camp experience that will be kind of piloted through the summer experience, and we had your support to begin this year at Seaford High School. So huge appreciation for supporting this. We hosted close to 15 workshops that were available to students outside of the school day, starting in the summer and extending through college application season. The topics ranged from application submission to one-on-one writing workshops with college representatives. We had representatives in from financial aid offices from various colleges. And we just started really building some deeper connections and partnerships with colleges to be able to provide more significant relationships with our students and give them access to information that has given them an advantage in the college application process. We look forward to enhancing this program for the future in 2025. So just, for example, the flyer that you're looking at, this happens to be what all juniors are getting right now as they have junior interviews with each of their counselors. So that way they know, starting in the summer, they'll have access to all of these workshops and they'll be on the lookout for them. So last year, obviously, when we started when we kicked off the initiative closer to the summer, the families didn't exactly know when the workshops were going to be offered and that they should be making sure to save the date. Now we're telling them this is going to start as soon as that common application opens on August 1st. So everyone will be a little bit more prepared. In recent years, another area of focus has been working with our student body to increase participation in the PSAT exam. This participation helps to inform our college and career planning and is also actually a scholarship competition opportunity for our students. So it used to be optional, and now we have 99.4% of our students that are eligible to take it. They took that, 99.4% took it this year, which we're very proud of. In fact, one of our students came this close to earning a perfect score, so we will most likely be a National Merit Scholarship finalist. So, just a couple of flyers and events that we've led through the guidance office over the past year. We're super excited. Every year we have our College and Beyond Expo, which is our third in a series of college fairs each year. And this particular one is our largest, where we also have trade schools, technical schools. We have a workshop with Access VR, talk about transition planning. We have representative from NCAA to talk about athletic careers. So there are a lot of robust offerings on this evening and through all of the events to make sure that this information is front and center for our students throughout the year. And we're trying to bring the information to families and expose families to this information even sooner than junior year, senior year. We want to try to start the conversations earlier than ever. And then our college awareness photo was our largest one yet last year. Really exciting. It was so large you can't even really see everyone in the photo, so we'll have to think about how we're going to expand this upcoming year. Everyone's invited to join us May 1st. Please save the date. We're really excited. Hopefully we'll get even some more faces in there. So Mr. Manzi is going to share a little bit more about the day-to-day experience at Seaford High School.
Hello everyone. I'm this is a principal also filled with Seaford pride. On the left-hand side here, so one of our field trips, this was to the Soaring Valor trip to the World War II Museum in New Orleans. Quite honestly, that trip could probably be its own presentation in and of itself, but just a quick summary, our students were matched with a World War II veteran. They spent about 4 days together. They had an opportunity to tour the museum, shared some truly just incredible stories, genuinely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was incredible. I was luckily able to attend thanks to Dr. Maury's career success, so I was able to jump in there. So thanks, Ralph. They're very grateful to be chosen by the Gary Sinise Foundation for that experience. Up top, it was a trip to the Google Manhattan office. Our computer science students had the opportunity. We were led by 4 Seaford High School alumni. Took us through the office. We were able to tour the facilities. They led some problem-solving activities. That was another incredible experience. Down below there, Jim Hughes, motivational speaker. That was extremely powerful last year. And on the right-hand side there, we have some students from the EMT classes during a car extraction lab, I believe, that they were working on there. Just practical experience and hands-on training. So extracurriculars at Seaford High School are thriving. New clubs have helped to reach a larger population of students, and more of our students have an opportunity to explore their interests. Newer clubs that we've been able to offer are the Creative Writing Club, Poetry Club, and Fishing Club. I was actually lucky enough to be able to hop on 2 of the Fishing Club trips, and it sounds like all I do is go on trips. But 2 beautiful days out on the water. Down below there, that was our National Honor Society on a trip to the Bristol. I'm told the residents there are eagerly awaiting their return. So it was another great opportunity for our students. Another trip. Last year, we started this initiative honoring our veterans and the children of veterans. A breakfast. Just a beautiful, beautiful morning. We're excited to continue this tradition, excited to continue to show our recognition and appreciation for our veterans and for their families. Athletics, another huge part of our culture at Seaford High School. Each season, almost half of our student population is involved in athletics. For a smaller school, our programs are incredibly successful. Bottom right there was the new golf team that was added this year. A lot of positive feedback there. And on the bottom left, our Athletic Leadership Council, they partner with athletes and leaders in other districts, and just another opportunity for our students to grow as leaders among their peers. Wellness, a lot of initiatives happening at the high school. Up top, that was breast cancer awareness. One of our students actually designed that poster in the background there. Students and faculty had the opportunity to post a loved one or an inspiring message on the board. That was a really nice day. Bottom left there's our new entrant ice cream social. So our new students have a lot of opportunities to just, learn the building, meet people, and just feel more comfortable at school every day. And bottom right, that is a testament to our partnership with the Wellness Council. Those were some of our volunteers who braved the elements and were helping to direct traffic during the hot chocolate run, which is not as simple as you might think. But they did a great job. PPS staff provides wellness groups, open to all students, small group experiences that offer students an opportunity to learn and to grow, an opportunity to share, and just an opportunity to belong and be supported by their peers. There's a lot of positive feedback that comes out of those groups. And with that, oh, sorry, I have one more. Systems and supports. There is truly a system in place to support every type of learner at Seaford High School. We have new students, struggling students, gifted students, ENL students. We're particularly thankful for the partnership and support provided by Northwell Health, and we're just committed to ensuring that every student at Seaford High School receives the support and the guidance that they need. And with that, I will turn it back over to Ms. Judson.
So if I didn't mention it before, I'm obviously also very proud. So as you know, attendance is paramount to a student's success in school. In our attendance office, the quote that we live by is, in order to succeed today, you have to show up, and tomorrow you have to show up today. So we have a really strong partnership with our attendance teacher, Ms. Radazzo, who is an asset in our building, in order to maintain student accountability. And she's taken an important role in working with students that struggle to come to school for reasons other than illness, which we're seeing, you know, a rise of students who are really struggling with other issues, and it's keeping them from being able to come to school, and Ms. Radazzo plays a key role in working with us to, you know, try to get students back into the building. Professional development is crucial at Seaford High School, and we're so excited to be working with such a new staff. And we take advantage of offering targeted professional development through many different avenues, such as our new teacher meetings and the professional learning committees, which is something that I'm very proud of. Mr. Mandy and I are in the middle of our first PLC cycle that's focused on an instructional strategy. And we work with a bunch of different teachers who have recently piloted that strategy, and we're about to come together this week to talk about how it went. And really get teachers visiting each other in each other's classrooms and see these strategies being used. Obviously, safety at Seaford High School is paramount. It's our first priority, and we make sure that our staff is fully trained in protocols and situational awareness. And this year, at the beginning of the year, we extended that training to our students. And Officer Kevin Glenn came and did some situational awareness training with our students. And that was facilitated for them on the first day. So we have our CERT team, different trainings, the Stop the Bleed training, Narcan training, and we're always looking at different opportunities in different ways to ensure the safety of our students and our staff. And with that, I will pass it to Principal Celestia.
Thank you. I'll take Princess.
Princess came on first.
Okay, so in many contexts, the word vintage has a very significant connotation, but when we think of vintage at Seaford High School, we want to say out with the old and in with the new, and we're really proud that our building has undergone such an incredible transformation with the support of so many people here and the hard work of many people that aren't here. So over the past year alone, we have had upgrades to our campus in terms of the auditorium, the cafeteria, the guidance suite, the wellness suite, the main office suite, the health office, the wrestling room, library seating, outdoor facilities. It's been truly incredible. And anyone who will listen will hear me talk about how sitting as an audience member in our brand new auditorium and seeing concerts and listening to the students and just seeing, imagining what it was 8 years ago versus today, it's a truly different experience. So we really are very appreciative of all the hard work that has gone into really upgrading and beautifying the building. Thanks to a lot of very careful fiscal planning, multi-year planning, and grant funding, we have been very fortunate. So thank you very much. All of these enhancements make it very popular for students who want to stay on campus as much as possible, which increases our ability to stay connected with the students and our ability to give them even more opportunities to succeed. So we're sure you have all seen the beautiful auditorium. In the upper left-hand corner, it's just it's a rendering of what our new, one of the new cafe in one of the cafeterias will look like. It's expected to be completed probably in about 5 or 6 weeks. So we have new cafeteria furniture, but the new cafe, which is being built out of it was a faculty lounge. It was like a faculty cafe. Now it will be available to students and faculty all day long. We're very excited about that. And that will open probably around the end of February. But we're really enjoying all of the enhancements, whether it be the electrical training center, which we continue to enhance year after year to make sure that we're properly outfitted for everything that is needed by the students. And we have some upgrades to the resting room as well. There have been additional upgrades to many of our office spaces, like I mentioned, that our students are in. So the wellness suite, the guidance suite, anywhere where students spend time. The health office really needed a significant refurbishment, and we can also send you, actually we know that the board that you had in your tour, but today we were able to dig up some before photos, so it's quite a transformation. Okay, so as you can imagine, we continue to remain incredibly proud that 100% of the class of 2024 graduated and had access to so many feathers in their cap, as Dr. Leone would say, including college level learning, Project Lead the Way opportunities, the New York State Seal of Biliteracy, the New York State Seal of Civic Readiness, the Pathways to Service designation. The College Board awarded 147 AP Scholar Awards to our students last year. For a small school, it is incredible how many courses are offered to our students. Recently, one of our alumni came back to speak with our students. She's currently at the University of Michigan. She happens to be an ambassador with NASA. And she said to us that the education and preparation she received at Seaford High School versus her peers truly blows her away. In fact, her line was, "No one does it like Seaford does it." So we're very proud of all the offerings that we provide our students. A quick look at some data. This is College Board data. This is what's called the Participation Index. And this overall, simply stated, it shows that Seaford High School students take more AP tests by grade than other students across the county. So the lighter blue is Seaford High School, and the region is the darker blue. This data point is called the quality score, which is a score of a 3 or better. Seaford High School also continues to outperform Nassau County. We have a higher percentage of students taking AP exams and performing well on them than other schools in the region. And maybe one of the most exciting facts that we will share this evening is that compared to a 36% rate across New York State, 82% of students in the Seaford High School class of 2024 earned an advanced Regents diploma, which earned us the rank of number 10 in Nassau County, just behind districts such as Jericho, East Williston, Roslyn, Garden City, Manhasset, North Shore, and Syosset. This is a huge accomplishment for our community. We owe our congratulations and gratitude to all of our dedicated students and faculty, and of course, everyone here for your support. So what is next for Seaford High School? We have accomplished so much, thanks to the entire team, in such a short period of time, but of course, we always want to continue to exceed our own expectations. So looking towards 2025 and beyond, we would like to continue to climb the ranks of the highest performing districts while also offering cutting-edge opportunities to our students. And here are some ways that we would like to carefully plan to do so. Number one, increased research programming. College representatives have shared such a positive impact of the research experiences we are providing our students, not only on the acceptance rates of our students, but also on the college experience. Like the student said, she has felt more prepared for college thanks to the experience she had in Seaford. We hope to continue to grow our research programs to involve more students and more opportunities. Broadcasting. We are finishing up putting together our Vibe studio. It's almost ready to go live. We've been partnering with Dr. Kennedy, and he has been exploring some competitive programs across the island. And we've put together a carefully curated plan to incorporate a print and broadcast journalism program into the offerings at Seaford High School. More student participation in the creation of tangible products such as newspapers, podcasts, and broadcasts is on the horizon. Whether a student is interested in current events, athletics, or the arts, there will be an avenue for them to get involved in this new initiative. An improved college and career planning platform. This would actually impact the high school and the middle school, and if possible, if the platform does have a component that would reach the elementary schools, it's very important for us to stay competitive and have access to the most updated and robust platforms and tools for our students as they plan their futures. We're currently taking a look at various programs just to make sure that we have access to the most competitive opportunities for our students. And at this point, we're in the discussion stages of that. Bridging Seaford Middle School and Seaford High School. With Dr. Mori and Mr. Politi at the helm of Seaford Middle School, we have very lofty and achievable goals in mind. In fact, we have already started taking action. This year, we are implementing an enhanced incoming 9th grade orientation program, partnering both of the schools. Part 1 will be next Friday, and that is what we're calling Practice Run Day, where Seaford Middle School will take on Seaford High School for a day, the incoming 9th grade. And our students are coming over to go through a sample schedule. We're really excited to see what they think of the, we talked about this for a couple of years, having them have the opportunity to run through the different options that they would be taking. And we're excited to see the kids actually feel the experience of Seaford High School and start to understand the expectations that will be ahead of them. And we're also excited to have more articulation between our faculties and hope to enhance what is offered in both schools. And then lastly, student workspace enhancements. So as I mentioned before, we like to plan our facilities upgrades sometimes in multi-year plans. We always want our students feeling safe, happy, and comfortable all day. So at this time, approximately 50% of our students' desks are in disrepair. So we need to work on a plan in order to replace those. We're hoping to begin a multi-phase, multi-year program to replace student furniture, upgrading to more flexible furniture that will not only create safer spaces, but also increase the instructional outcomes and opportunities for our furniture to be moved around. So this upgrade would also pair with a final phase of replacing the cafeteria furniture as well. So to conclude, thank you to all of our students, faculty, community, central office team, and Board of Education for your endless support. As a result of all of your hard work, we all have the ability to continue to surround each other with greatness at Seaford High School. Thank you.
Thank you, high school team.
Thank you to all of our building administrators for really great presentations. It's always really nice to see their curricula and extracurriculum opportunities and all the ways in which our students are learning and achieving success. It really is such a well-rounded experience in all of our buildings. It's always great to tout the achievements and to see the things that we do great, but it's also equally as special and important to realize the things we can do better, and you all do a good job of identifying those things and putting them on your to-do lists. And so we love to see improvement. We always strive for success and excellence, never mediocrity, and you guys do it very well, so thank you for that. If anybody at home wants to see the presentations, they'll be posted on the Board of Ed portion of the website under presentations, so please do take a look at that.
And with that, does the board have any questions to any of our presenters? Okay, thank you. We are going to move on to business. Is it okay if we do these together? Okay. Need a motion for consent agenda item 5A through D2. Move it. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Resident comments section, would anybody like to come up and speak? Okay. Correspondence, all correspondence has been responded to. Okay, do the next grouping together as well? Okay, I need a motion for agenda item 8A through E1. Move it. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Miscellaneous discussion items, thank you again to our presenters. Thank you for the donation we received from Caitlin Mercado for the Lifeline Technologies. It was an interactive flat panel display for use at the middle school, so thank you very much for that. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge these amazing screens and TVs and projector. We've moved into a new phase of technology in this room for which we are all very selfishly thankful. So thank you to everyone involved. And any, actually that was closing comments, that wasn't miscellaneous discussion items, but anything new from the board?